when I went over to Instagram to let people know I was live, it it worked and it said I was still live over here on YouTube, but my screen was black. Like I couldn't, nothing was being recorded. So I had to fix that. But anyway, if you're new here, my name is Joe. I talk about minimalism and my health. I just try to be raw and real and honest. I live with chronic illness and chronic pain. All the fun things. Hi, Jen. Hi. So I'm gonna do this live. And hi, Mel. So if you guys don't know, the people I live with have pets, and so you might see them coming in and out of my room during this live. When I'm recording a video, it's easier to kind of keep them out for a few minutes, but with my lives, they might be making an appearance. We might hear them in the background. So, okay, so what I wanted to do with this live, everybody, is give you an updated room tour of my room and my closet of how things currently are. Because, as you know, last week I did a little short showing the mess that was on my bed, saying I was reorganizing my closet because I want to finally have my bedroom not be a bedroom and treat it like a studio apartment. Which, when I initially moved here, because at the time I was dealing with a cancer scare, was the plan in the first place. But then we found out, no, it wasn't cancer, which, hallelujah. We found, no, it wasn't cancer. But, so I ended up starting to treat it like just a bedroom and not like a studio apartment. And because we're all adults living together, I need my space. I need my feeling of independence. If you deal with chronic illness or chronic pain, or if you're going through sickness right now, you understand. So I'm finally working on the mental shift of treating this. Yes, Yoda has my back. Anyway, I'm finally taking that mental shift of treating this room that's a little over 90 square feet, if you include the closet and the little nook by the bedroom door. And that's all there is. And so I'm going to show you what everything currently looks like. And right now it's in the drawing because I was exhausted and flaring really bad last week when I did the closet reorganization and got it to this point. So yeah, I love the picture behind me. Huge Star Wars nerd, if anybody's wondering. Star Trek, Star Wars, just a huge nerd in general. So yeah, I love that picture. And so I forgot to do it before. So I did a little short showing kind of, hey, I'm reorganizing my closet again. And now that it's reorganized somewhat, I have things generally in an organized spot. Not really. I'm going to show you guys the drawing, and then we're going to talk about the changes I'm going to make to make this feel like more of a studio, and my plans for the after. Keep in mind, sorry, this is going to be a long intro of me talking, but keep in mind with between life and having chronic illness and chronic pain, needs and stuff are ever evolving. Life is ever evolving. So this space is a constant tweak until I get to a spot where it's working for me. And then it stays that way for a while. And then life or health changes. and then it gets tweaked again. So here is the drawing, everybody. I'm going to turn the camera around and show you. It's the kitty. Her name is Minerva. She's a good kitty. Anyways, so here's the door to my space. So like I said, it's got like this little like entry nook. Well, basically, all you do is walk into it. So the light switch is here. My lesbian art is here. Because, hello, super gay. Hey, Colette. So this belongs to the people I live with. But they had me keep it in my room for me to use when I'm doing physical therapy exercises. So, but I haven't. Hi, Daniel. Welcome to my live. We're talking about how we're turning my room and making it more of like a studio apartment. So if you're interested in that, you're welcome to stick around and hear all about it. So there's that. I don't think this is gonna stay in my room. I prefer using other things to do when I'm doing my physical therapy exercises. So this is probably gonna go out at some point. And then you go to this wall, and it's my closet. So this is where it being turning into a studio apartment comes in, because you've got coffee pot, microwave, refrigerator. Where I live, the freezer, they've given me a shelf, so I do have some freezer space, because this fridge does not have a freezer in it. So this is paperwork I need to currently deal with, so it's here for now, but this is going to be like my kitchen setup. So I've got my coffee mugs and my to-go thermos and my coffee for the coffee pot all here. So this is like my coffee station. You got the bowl for fruits and veggies. This drawer, I'm thinking, as of right now, I'm thinking this drawer is going to be pantry. So any like foods I want to keep in my room will go in this drawer. And then currently, this is where dishes are going to go. So I don't have any dishes yet. I need to go to a thrift store or a regular store and get a couple plates, a couple bowls, flatware, cups, the whole bit. But for now, yesterday I got paper plates and disposable forks and spoons. So at least I have some sort of dinnerware, dishware set up down here for the time being until I can get what I want. And then I put my water bottles in here because they need to be cleaned. So I'm not using them currently. I'm just using cups and stuff. And then here is like a cleaning rag, cleaning cloth. So that's, like I said, things aren't super organized right now. This is the drawing. And then this, we got for somebody, and when they come to visit, they're gonna get it instead of us shipping it. Same with this. And then this is like art stuff, games, laptop, books. I've got my little Lego figurines up there, puzzles, this year's paperwork, and just. And then down here, I want to put a trash can here, a small one. But currently, all my old paperwork from years past is here. If you don't know, I tend to move a lot. So, paperwork used to be, depending on my living situation and how long I live somewhere, goes in a file box. But then when I move, I only move with a few suitcases when I'm moving cross country, which means it can't be in a file box anymore, and it needs to go into those suitcases. So it just, the files and the papers get stuffed in bags and files, And that's the current setup. So the paperwork needs to be gone through, needs to be dealt with, needs to be organized somewhere. But for now, it's where the trash can's going to go. Then I've got my carry-on suitcase, a backpack I was given recently, and then my extra shower wash and lotion are down there for now. Like I said, I was flaring last week really bad, and I basically did the quick version of resetting my closet and just switched a couple things around, and then basically just kind of started stuffing everything back in because my body was done. So this is definitely the drawing. I'm not sure how much it's going to stay like this and how much it's going to get rearranged even more. I just know I want that side to be the kitchen side, since that's where the microwave and the fridge, sorry, but anyway, still recovering from my flare, microwave and fridge and stuff was. So, and then on this side, Walker, because, chronic illness life, you got my canes, for undergarments I can wear, from, sports bras I can wear more than once. I hang so they don't get stinky, and anyway, so I normally don't show that on camera, but I did not clean up this space beforehand. So that's what that is. Then you got the robe that hangs up when I use it. These are undergarments and socks. I want to get different organizers for them, but for now they're just in packing cubes. It's one of those things that... And then you got this drawer is my pajama drawer. This is my clothes drawer. I keep a very, very minimal wardrobe. I actually need a bigger wardrobe, but for now, this is how it's going. So there are clothes like I need to replace. There are holes and really should just get thrown away. But for now, that's not what we're doing right now. And I got my laundry hamper here. And now my laundry hamper may or may not end up in the laundry closet. The people I live with are thinking about moving their laundry hamper to another spot. So it's currently in the laundry closet. But if theirs gets moved to another spot, then mine might end up going in the laundry closet. So it'll be right next to the washer and dryer, which would be fantastic. So that's the current closet situation. The very top shelf of the closet is stuff that belongs to the people I live with. And they plan on possibly moving that stuff out and storing it somewhere else or getting rid of it. So, yeah. And if I'm talking too fast or if you're having trouble understanding my speech, please let me know, because I do have speech issues. So let me know if you can understand me or not. Okay, now as for the rest of the room, I have my sword mounted to the wall. I love it. That's not going anywhere. That's staying right where it is. It's perfect in that spot. You've got the window with the blackout curtains. That's staying. Part of my health issues is I get really bad headaches, really bad migraines, and I need to be able to block that light out. Block out light, block out sound, and all the things. So, and why I'm doing this kind of quick live last minute is because this chair, as long as everything works out today, is going. This one is going, and I'm getting a electric recliner for free or really cheap on Facebook Marketplace that somebody's getting rid of. And so that's getting picked up today. So as long as it's in good condition and there's nothing wrong with it and it can be cleaned and it works, then it will go here, because this chair has been a placeholder. Yeah, it's an electric recliner. Which also, if you guys deal with strength and stamina issues, you know how amazing having an electric recliner is. I know they're not aesthetically pleasing, but they're practical if you deal with health issues. So, as cute as this chair is, and the blanket belongs to the people I live with, but they wanted something on the chair to protect it from the pets. As cute as this chair is, it's not practical for me. The cushion tends to slide off when I'm sitting on it. So, this chair will be going back to the people I live with, and I will be hopefully getting an electric recliner to go right here. Now, all right, now I couldn't have my ottoman between the bed and the chair because I need something to set my stuff on. And then you got the bed, the light, artwork. Cat loves sleeping on my blanket on the end of my bed. And then you have my two side tables. Now, one of these, the side table that's in the corner used to be between my bed and the chair. But the problem is the side table is just wide enough to where the chair was pushed too far close to that side of the closet, to where every time I wanted to access that side of the closet, I had to have the chair moved, access that side of the closet, and then the chair put back. So not practical at all. So for now, while I'm figuring out this room and how I want everything set up, the side table got put over there, which is great because it works as like a studio counter surface space. The side table that's closest has my video game stuff and my Blu-ray player because I still like watching DVDs. I'm just that's my thing, and so the Blu-ray player, when I'm not using it, goes in the side table. When I am using it, it will go on top of that table to have some place to sit and get plugged in, and so I can watch my Blu-rays, my DVDs, that sort of thing. The other side table still has my medicines and stuff in it. And I'll show you guys all that in a second. So, because of that being there, I need to figure out some sort of other table situation for my bed. Because as you know, with chronic illness, you need a drink by your bed, you need a place to set your coffee, the Kleenex, phone, all that sort of stuff. Yay, Colette! I'm so glad you did too. So, some sort of table or something may end up going there. The new recliner is going to go here. Now, this bed and this mattress are a queen bed and mattress that I got for free. Like, new in box, hadn't been used, got them for free. Love so much. Only issue is with this bed frame is it's minimal, it's black, it's sleek. All the things a minimalist should love, right? Well, it's the pillows when you're sleeping fall through. Because as you know, as some of you may know, when you deal with chronic illness and chronic pain, you move around a lot when you're sleeping. Or you get insomnia or pain insomnia or whatever it is. And so you're moving your pillows a lot, adjusting your pillows a lot, trying to get comfortable. So because of that, the pillows fall through when I'm on this bed, which does not work. So the people I live with plan on getting cedar boards, and they're going to attach them to the headboard in a way that they'll attach but not mess with the structure and the integrity of the bed frame. And that's going to be a temporary solution until you either get a Murphy bed or some sort of other bed frame that works better. So as much as I'm grateful for this one that's free, as much as I love the look, practically it is not working for me, and it's gonna need to figure out something else. So that's gonna be a change. So if you turn this way, you come over to the side tables, the nightstands, and this one has all my medical stuff in it, and it's a disorganized mess right now, but I don't have the right kind of organization to organize it, and I just needed to have it all put away in the same spot. And then this is my gaming stuff, DVD player, remotes, all those things are down here. And then this is the book I'm going to start reading. So it is currently out. And then this is all the Star Wars art around the TV. Because I wanted a nerdy wall. This piece of art, this, and this all belong to the people I live with. This one is the only one that's actually mine. But the people I live with had these hanging in the previous space, but didn't have a spot for them in this one. And so they had these just stored away. So when they were reorganizing the storage stuff, they saw these and they are like, hey, do you want these hanging in your room? And I'm like, yes, absolutely. Love it so much. And then we found that one. And I'm like, oh, that one's totally mine. That one I spent money on. I'm like, that one is absolutely me. So, and then you've got the TV, electric fireplace, and then you have my Xbox is on one side. This is the cord for the DVD Blu-ray player. These are all my controls that are plugged in and charging when they're not in use. And then my Switch. And then you get back to my door. So like I said, this room is just over about 90 square feet. So not big, but it's cozy and it works for me. I still don't store anything under my bed, which I'm really proud of myself for. My back and my ribs have really been bothering me, so I'm not going to bend over to try and get my camera under to show you guys that the bed is still clear. You're just going to have to trust me on that one, but it is. I have this bag that's collecting of recycling and stuff that needs to get burned or shredded. And yeah, so that is the current state of things. Now, because where I live, I've lived here for over a year now, and we've all been sharing one shower. But recently, we got a second shower in the space, which means the bathroom we'd all been sharing to shower is now my bathroom / guest bathroom. So I'm actually able to, which is why I have so much space in my closet now, is because if you turn around, I'm able to keep my shower chair in the shower now, and I love it so much. So when company's over, or when somebody else is using the shower, on those rare occasions, then the shower chair is gonna kind of have to come out. But now it probably gets to stay in the shower, and we don't have to take it in and out every time I need to take a shower. So that is fantastic. So I just pull the removable shower head down and turn the water on before I get in, pull my soap down and put it over here so I can reach it better and take a nice shower with a shower chair that conserves my stamina. I don't have to stand, and I feel like I'm going to collapse beneath myself. So yay for that. And then, yeah, so here's the grab bar for safe for getting out. The mat goes down when a shower is being taken. Towels hung up. All the good things. And then this soap dispenser. Everybody that I live with is also naughty. So they got this soap dispenser for this bathroom while I was gone. I didn't realize it until after I got home. But I love it so much. So I'm so glad they made that change. The bathroom is decorated the way it was before I moved here. So it's their taste. But yeah, and then there's this little thing. That's other people's stuff. This drawer is for company. So I'm not going to open it. I'm going to keep people's privacy. And then this is my drawer. I'm finally able to keep my bathroom stuff in the bathroom. So, sorry for any men who watch my videos, but yep, feminine hygiene, deodorant, toothbrush, toothpaste. And then this cloth is to use as like a washcloth to make it easier to bathe. I haven't tried it yet, but I might just use it when I'm sponge bathing, because maybe TMI, but once again, chronic illness life. Gotta love it. Okay. And then extra towels and stuff for me to use or for guests to use are always kept down there. Like I said, once again, the towels and the trash can in the bathroom, except for my drawer of stuff, all belongs to the people I live with. So when you guys think of my space, like some of the art is mine, like the lesbian art is mine, the Yoda print is mine, the sword is mine, the bed and side tables are currently mine, bedding, blankets, mine. The pillows in the pillowcases are technically belong to the people I live with. Same with the lamp, the curtains, the curtain rod, the TV, the electric fireplace, some of the artwork, the closet system, the microwave, the toaster, the fridge. All that belongs to the people I live with. So I basically live in like the fruit bowl that I use also belongs to them. So basically, you guys consider my room, my studio, as I'm calling it, is basically partially furnished. It would be considered a partially furnished studio if you were a stranger coming in and renting. So, but that's my room, everybody. That is the state of things. Oh, I'm surprised I was able to stand for that long. I've been resting all morning in preparation for this. So my body's probably going to crash, but yay me. That's the thing with, it always goes back to chronic illness and chronic pain. There are times where you got good stamina and we can walk around for a good amount of time, and then other times where your stamina just doesn't exist, and even lifting your arm is exhausting. So for this live, I conserved my stamina all morning, and I'm so glad that it stuck around long enough for me to do this live and to give you all a proper tour. So, like I said, the chair that I'm sitting in now is going to be going, and a recliner is going to be coming in. The bed is going to change. We're currently thinking of saving up for a Murphy bed, but if we did do a Murphy bed, it would belong to the people I live with, and it would just be my use, because Murphy beds are expensive, so there's no way I can afford one on my own. But it also means if it is a Murphy bed and they are the ones and they are pitching in, it means they get to choose the style, they get to choose the color, they get to choose what it looks like. And so I would probably still do a queen bed, but yeah, it would be their decision. I haven't decided quite what bed I'm going to do yet, because a Murphy bed kind of gives you the same problem that I'm having with the headboard, where because a Murphy bed would need to come out horizontally, like my bed is right now, there would be no headboard whatsoever. Like, it would just... So I still have to worry about the issue of the pillows just, in this case, completely falling off the bed and not just getting pushed and stuffed. So, but like, oh, Murphy bed would be great, because then during the day I would have more space, and it would not feel so cramped. But I keep going back and forth on the whole Murphy bed idea, because I was the pillows falling off, and that's no bueno. That's not good. One of the things is that sleeping on something that's uncomfortable, or your body tweaking in the wrong position during the night, I'm more prone to really waking up to really, really bad headaches in the morning, and more prone to migraines when that happens. So finding just the right bed to where it's comfortable for my body, the pillows won't fall, it's enough space for me to be able to sprawl out, but not so cumbersome that it takes up most of the room, is tricky. So, if you guys have any bed suggestions, please put them in the comments. I am open to suggestions. Just keep in mind, sometimes I like to sit up in bed, so it needs to have a headboard, or... Well, I guess yeah. That's another downside of the Murphy bed. Okay. Anyway, is not being able to sit up in it. Well, I guess I could if I was... I don't know. I'll have to think about it. So, but this is the current state of things. I love having the electric fireplace. I love having a TV and gaming system. It's great. When you spend as much time resting as I do, having those things are a must. It's a day bed is a possibility. The thing is, it'd have to be like a full size or a queen size day bed, because when I first moved here, my bed was a twin, and a twin just does not work for me. I need to be able to sprawl out when I'm sleeping and move around, and you can't really do that in a twin. So it would need to be a full or a queen daybed. So, but it is something I'm looking into. So thank you, Jen, for the suggestion. That's an awesome idea, friend. Um, yeah, I thought about a sofa bed too, Mel. Okay, I feel bad 'cause I asked you guys for suggestions and I'm shooting them all down. But the issue with the sofa bed, and I have been looking at them, is that they're not comfortable. For my body, a sofa bed, we can like pull out the mattress. One, it's a strength issue and having the stamina to do it. And two, it's the mattress on those things is just not comfortable. It's good like if you're visiting friends and only in it for like a few days or a week. Any longer than that, and it's misery. Yeah. And now see, doing another point because a daybed, like Mel said, it's hard to put the sheets on. I mean, it's hard to put the sheets on this one right now, honestly. You guys see how it's set up, because it's the only way this bed makes sense to have more floor space, but it means making it is a pain in the butt. And a daybed would be the would basically be the same. It'd be right here. It'd be taking the same amount of space. Doing the sheets would be about the same. So yeah, it's tricky. Oh, now you guys can see under the bed. See, under the bed, nothing under the bed. Okay. So, like I said, to recap, I plan on getting a couple plates, a couple bowls, some forks, spoons, knives, cups, just a couple, like 2 each, maybe 4 each, I'm not sure. And to have those from either a thrift store or a store to have in my kitchen area in my closet. So I can treat this like a true studio. Having pantry foods filled up more, having foods in the fridge and the freezer filled up more eventually as I figure things out. You know, getting a different chair from free or basically free on Facebook Marketplace. Changing, putting boards, attaching boards to the current headboard without messing with the integrity of the frame until I'm able to figure out what bed I'm going to do instead and have time to save up for it. Um, so, because my whole thing is that, like, the whole mixed wood metal thing that's, like, considered, like, industrial or rustic or whatever, or both, I'm not a fan of. Um, in certain pieces of furniture, I do like the look, but for the most part, I'm not a fan of that look. So for me, I'm like, oh, just attach the boards and keep the pillows from falling through, and I'm like, oh, I'll just keep the frame and not save up and spend any money on a new frame. But for me, I don't like the look. And if this is gonna be my space, if this is gonna be my little studio apartment, I want to love the space. I want it to feel like me, and having to attach boards to that headboard to make it so the pillows don't fall through. Yes, it's a good solution, but it's not my taste. It's not my thing. Not a fan. Yeah, no, a pillow wedge might work. So, Anyway, we will figure it out together, people. We will figure this out together. Um. So yeah. So my next videos are gonna be basically my normal like cleaning and tidying, or me being tatty like this. Uh. And then of course a continued series basically of making this bedroom feel like a studio apartment and not just a bedroom. But like I said, I should be getting a recliner today, which I'm so excited about. And if that happens, if that goes through, then I wanted you guys to see this room because it was a big tease, me doing just a short last week, not being able to do a full video. And I wanted you guys to see the room as it is now before it gets turned into, as before the chair comes and before I get dishes and stuff and it changes again. So, like I said, this room is ever evolving. The other thing that's changed is that yesterday I was given an old Garmin watch. Um, and it's something I'm trying to get used to. I have this sensory thing where I don't like wearing watches or jewelry of any kind. But it's the only way to track heart rate and blood pressure and steps and like how well you're sleeping at night and all those things. Like most of these things come in watch form or a ring or something. And then since I don't like wearing either, I'm but I've been wanting to track that stuff because my body's been extra weird the past couple of years. When the people I live with offered for me to try out their old Garmin watch and see what I thought, I'm like, yes, please. So I'm going outside my comfort zone. Every fiber of my being wants to rip it off my wrist and not wear it at all. But I want to be able to track heart rate and pulse ox and stuff. So we're going outside our comfort zone, people, and we're doing it. Okay, well, now that we're almost 45 minutes in, and I've explained everything, shown everything, I want to know if anybody has any questions, opinions, anything they want to talk about. My body's probably good for another 15 minutes, and then I'm going to need to go and crash for a while. So, hey there, Amber Phillips. Hello. You're gonna have to go back and rewatch this whole live I did. If you're interested, it's me showing my room that I'm basically, that's around 90 square feet, that I'm transforming it from just a bedroom into more of a studio apartment setup since I live with people and I want to have my space. No, Amber, I don't have any kids. I live with chronic illness and chronic pain, and me, besides the fact that I'm a lesbian and gay, me having kids, I mean, there are other ways to have them, but me having kids is not safe for me or for a baby. So it would wreck my body. It's not good. Um, I fracture and dislocate and strain and sprain and stuff way too easily. And plus, there's all my other health issues. You have 4 kids? That's awesome. Yes, I am an auntie, or an auntie, however you say it, to I have biological nieces and nephews. I have non-biological nieces and nephews of friends' kids who consider me auntie. You know, everybody I know who has pets, their pets consider me auntie, and they all get spoiled as much as I can. So, and I love them all to pieces. So, for me having kids, it's not that I didn't ever want them. It's that it's not safe for my body. And tornado, oh wow, like a outside tornado, like a cause damage to Earth's surface tornado. That's terrifying. Yikes. Well, I hope you all are safe. Hope you're okay. Sending sending positive energy out into the universe. I'm agnostic, so I'm not going to send prayers, but I will send positive energy out into the universe. But I don't really subscribe to any religion, hence the agnostic. Yeah, no, it'd be easier if it was a kid tornado, wouldn't it, Mel? Kid running around the house making a huge mess would definitely be easier. Yikes. Well, hopefully everybody's okay. Hopefully everybody's safe. And I hope that I'm I- I'm assuming, and this is a big assumption, but I'm assuming that for people who live in an area will get a tornado, that it's kind of it happens more than once a year, and it's more of a regular planned occurrence, regular more prepared thing than if you lived somewhere and it was just this random, spontaneous, doesn't normally happen thing where you aren't prepared at all. So I'm hoping that as much as a tornado isn't a great thing to happen, hopefully you're living in an area where it's you're well prepared and planned for it well as much as you can be if it does happen or when it happens. Because that's terrifying. That's one thing that I struggle with as someone with chronic illness and chronic pain is that with natural disasters, whether it's earthquakes or hurricanes or tornadoes or whatever it is, whoa. As someone who has a friend's kid who's obsessed with tornadoes, I know what those numbers mean, and that's terrifying. So I'm so glad that you being on here means you're okay and you're safe, because that's crazy. Yeah. See, this is Yes, see, for those of you who deal with natural disasters on a regular, which is kind of part of life, I have so much respect and appreciation for you, because my slow, unstable rear end, I would have to have somebody strong nearby to carry my rear end fast, because there's no way it would take a miracle for me to get to whatever shelter or whatever I needed to fast enough without hurting myself. So, yeah. So to all of the people who do it, to all the people who deal with chronic illness and chronic pain or disabled or whatever and do it, high five, round of applause, huge. That is amazing. It's incredible. Yeah. No, you do have to stay safe, to keep your loved ones safe, to keep your kids safe. So yeah. Oh, Mellow. Therapy for so many things. But yes, tornadoes would definitely be added to that list for me, for sure, if that was a thing. I have actually lived in areas that are prone to. Oh, I'm so sorry, Amber. That's sad. Yeah. Anyways, okay, everybody. Well, Amber, I hope you all. Oh, it's sad to lose your grandma that young. I didn't lose my grandparents by natural disaster, but I also lost my grandparents younger than I would have liked. So it's hard when you lose them when you're young. And yeah, it would be very traumatic. Well, everybody, oh, oh, mm. Oh, wow. That's wild, Amber. That's crazy. Um, I'm just glad you're okay. Okay, thanks. Coat the glassy. Thank you, friend. Good luck with the rest of your day. Hope it goes well. I'm about to get off this live anyway because my body is starting to fade and I need to go relax. But have a good day. Oh, wow. Bye, Mel. Bye, Mello. Thanks for joining, Melinda. Love you. Okay, Amber, it's been almost an hour and my body is fading. So I'm gonna go. But I wanted to but guys, all have a good rest of your day. Thank you so much for being a part of this live. Thank you for everybody who was in the chat with me and talking. I loved it so much. And okay. Have a good day, and good luck with everything. Anyways, yes. Thank you for everybody who joined me. Thank you to my moderator, Jen, for being amazing. As always, I love you, sweet friend. You're awesome. Thank you to Mello and Colette and Amber and everybody. And I will see you guys in the next one. You can go back and comment if you want. If if you know anybody who'd be interested in this content, please recommend it. And I will probably not, Amber. I only post about once a week, sometimes more. It depends on my stamina. So if I'm not around again this week, then I should hopefully have something for you next week. Anyway, thanks for joining me, everybody, and I will see you next time. Bye! Like, comment, and subscribe to anybody new if you want to.